Hey up pond lovers, it's a cold brisk morning today, but today we are going to get the glass finished off in the pond, and I'm also going to be sealing the bottom drain and return line with a bit of MS300, so we'll get cracking on that. But firstly, my hair is getting way too long. Let's get it taken off. Well, that is loads better. Hair's all gone. Problem is, it's quite a chilly day today. My head's cold. So, haircut, hat goes on. Speaking of weather though, ever since me and Gary fitted this window, it has done absolutely nothing but rain. It's been chucking it down every day since, 24/7. Today is the first sunny day. It's now Friday, so it's been a full 7 days of rain. It actually started raining as we were finishing up. So first job I've got to do, I've got to remove all the stuff out of the way so I can get into the window and have a look. The silicone's definitely gone off, so that's a bonus. It's a little bit breezy today, so I apologise if the wind interrupts the audio, but yeah, let me pause you here. I'll get this stuff out of the way and we'll take a look and see how the window's done. Right, there it is. The window is in, the clamps are off, the silicone is solid, which is great. Some of the suckers on my old suckers have popped off the window, but to be honest I was expecting that, because after fitting the last window I left them on for a week and it was a bit weather like this, nothing but rain, and the suckers got a bit weathered and worn. But they're still on, just, I think that one's got 2 suckers still attached and that one's only got 1 sucker still attached. So I'll get these off and we'll have a closer look. So yeah, the first job I'm going to do is remove the excess silicone from the outside of the window. And the way I'm doing that is some sharp Stanley knives. So quick slit. Obviously careful not to put any pressure on the glass itself, because you don't want to weaken any of the structure. That's a lot sharper than this one, so I use that to go that way, and as this has got a bit of a flex I can then slice down with that, and hopefully I'll be able to scrape the excess off the window as well. Fingers crossed, but we all know how good MS300 is, so I know this is going to be a laborious task, so I'm not going to make you watch it, but I will show you the results once I've finished. Snap back to you all in a bizzle. Right, well there's all the excess taken off. Now all I've got to do is clean up the crud off the window. So what I've got to do that is, if I can get it in focus, there we go, one of these, and what we use these for is to remove the vinyl stickers off vans and cars and things. So hopefully no damage to the window, but it's a very sharp blade, but it's plastic. So that is what I'm going to be using to scrape the silicone off the window, hopefully. But we all know MS300 is fantastic. So let's give it a go and see how well it works. I'm going to drive that way for a minute. I have got a spare Stanley blade just in case this isn't good enough, but we will see. To be honest, it's still not 100% set and dry. So, well, it's shaving it. Probably not enough there. It's taking layers off it, but let's try this down the side here. Good. Yeah, it's working. It's going to be a slow process, but it is working. So what I'll do is, again, I will snap back to you all when it's done. And voila, with a bit of time and a bit of patience. I don't know how well you guys can see that there, if I'll get my shadow in the way. But yeah, nice straight edge all the way up, all the way down. bottom and all down that side. So yeah, happy with that. It literally, a bit of patience, scraping it with the old scraper, and then just to remove any residue off the window, the old big wipes, because during my test videos I didn't get to show you about the MS300, but yeah, these even remove MS300, where's my finger gone, off your skin. Look at that, beautiful. Also removes it as residue off a pond window, so that's a bonus. Just needs a bit of a polish now. But next job is I'm going to get in here, I can get you in there, and then I'm going to go down and fill in this gap with some more MS300 all the way around and get that all smoothed in. But yeah, when I climb in there I'll show you we've got a really nice bond all the way around. Get that bit of wood out of the way. Yeah, so I'm a bit sticky at the minute, so I'm going to clean my hands properly with the old big wipes, and then climb in and get that all filled up. Catch you in a bizzle. So I'm back in the pond. I've just given the window edge a quick clean with the isopropyl alcohol stuff, so it's all now nice and clean, all just down in this gap that I'm about to fill. And that's the plan. So yeah, basically what I want to do is fill this gap completely to create one, another water seal, and two, to get rid of the sharp edge of the glass, because as all of us koi keepers know, we do not want anything sharp for our fish to be flicking or flashing up against. And because this part of the window from the front is not going to be seen, it doesn't really matter how neat it is. So I'll continue again getting all this all the way around, and then once I'm done I'll snap back to you. And there we have it, guys. Just a little tip for you as well, most of you probably already know, but although MS300 is one of the best and stickiest silicones out there, the old fairy liquid warm water on your finger trick, smooth it out so exactly where you want it, and if I can find my finger, there is not a single drop of silicone on there. So yeah, one bowl, fairy liquid, job's a good one. But I'll just give you a quick all the way round tour. Apologies for the camera work, obviously I've got sticky wet fingers, but yeah, it's got a good seal. Probably be able to see it better down here. Oh, the glare is horrible today. But yeah, good seal all the way around, but you can see on the window itself, I mean, it weren't going to leak, and it's not going to focus now, typical. Over here, I'll just put my dry finger in the silicone. That was silly. Let's move it back over. But yeah, so there's now no sharp edges, and the silicone goes right just over the lip of the window and the gap all the way around. I don't know if you can see it better that side or not. But yeah, lovely jubbly. That ain't leaking, that ain't going anywhere. So that's all now done. What I've got to do now is put some sealant around the bottom drain, and the same on that. The chap that was coming to fiberglass said he was going to do it, but he never did it, so it's left to me. But yeah, I'm going to clean up and get some of these bits out of the way so I can get to them. Snap back to you all in a minute. Right. Well, as the window's gone so well, we'll get the bottom drain done as well. Just shift that out of the way. A bit more of the old rubbing alcohol. Just a little bit on the cloth. I'm just going to go around the inside of that. It's all a bit uneven in here, unfortunately. There's some high spots and low spots, so I'm going to have to put a fair bit of silicone in, because you can't really tell where the fiberglass finishes and the pipe begins. But I'll give it all a bit of a clean. I'm going around here as well for a reason, and you'll see that shortly. good stuff with this. Nice proper alcohol. It literally evaporates as soon as it's been applied. As you can see, it sort of dries itself as it goes, but just give it a quick rub with the dry side. Any of the bits of twigs and whatnot out of the way. That's blown in. Quick round there with the dry side as well. There we go. Right, sealant gun. I've put the nozzle on it for a bit so I can get it a bit further down there. It's a bit cooler now, so it's been out here a while because I had to do a few other bits in between. Yeah, apologies if I get in the way, but gotta get it done right, haven't we? So it's 2 big thick beads going round. Now what I'm going to do is smooth it in. Where did I put my washing up liquid? Up there. I'm using it without washing up liquid first, and I'm just spreading it around, keeping it as tacky as possible. Just making sure it's on the fiberglass and to the pipe, going down as far as my finger will reach. Like so. And I'll come back and smooth that out. What I'm going to do is, while my fingers like that, do the return as well. So the return's already been cleaned out. I'm just going to put a little bit of extra sealant on there because I've still got plenty on my finger. Just put a good old dollop there. And then without hopefully kneeling in the bit that I've just put down, get my silicone finger and get it in there. Make sure it's a nice even coating all the way around. As I say, if you're confident that your fiberglass has been done very, very well, you probably don't even need to do this, but I'm doing it because now that's done, we'll quickly go back to the bottom drain. So I'm going to reverse back myself, bring you back over here. And then get my fairy liquid, coat my finger, and just lightly press to start off with. Just get a little bit of coating of fairy liquid all the way around. So then you can start smoothing it out. And it's good practice to sort of do this, especially with drains and returns, because any obviously bits sticking up are going to catch waste going down, and obviously the return lines, it's going to restrict the flow coming out. But I don't know how well you can see in there now, but that is beautifully smooth. So yeah, I'll do the same now on the return line. Again, get my finger coated in water and fairy liquid. Other washing up liquids are available. I may need to seal, excuse me if my arm gets in the way, but I may need to add some kind of gauze or grid to this at some point, because obviously this is going to be, at the moment it's for my toe And a couple of Nisai will probably end up going in there, some of the smaller ones. But yeah, it's going to be for fry eventually. And don't want the old fry swimming up there if I turn the float off or down. Look through there. Yeah, that's looking pretty darn good to me. Let's get you guys a butcher's. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. That'll do the job, hopefully. So now that's all done, I've got one last job I want to do. So I'll just dry my fingers a bit. Oh, I've got a bit of MS300 on there. Get rid of that. And some on my knuckle. Get rid of that. So I don't particularly want to transfer it to the old microfiber cloth. So yeah, what I'm going to do now, it's still a bit damp, so just around this very rim, I'm going to be putting a very large one blob of silicone, and there's a reason for that, which you'll see in just a minute. So that's the wet side, that's the dry side. Voila. How much have we got left in here? Nearly empty. Well, I've got another bottle somewhere. I did have. Where did I put it? It's up there. Right, no problem. Grab it if we need it. Yeah, what I'm doing is a nice big thick bead all around the inside of this square. Pretty good on the old silicone skills, eh? Suppose it comes in handy when you're fitting kitchens and bathrooms. Are we going to get all the way around? It's going to be close because I can feel it coming to the end of the tube. Oh no, that is the end of the tube. That's annoying. Right, I'm going to see if I can just spread it out a bit to fill that gap if I can. I really don't have to open a tube for an inch of sealant. But, yeah, just this little corner down here. But, again, my old fairy liquid this time. I'm not going to spread it out because I want to keep it a very rigid and straight sort of side and design. And again, I'll show you why when I've finished. I suppose it doesn't even matter too much for the reason why I'm doing this. If it doesn't reach all the way, we might be able to get it there. Pretty darn close on that side. Keep coming. Oh, it's almost all the way into the corner. That'll do. Yeah, you can see a lot better now how good the old fairy liquid makes it for shaping, smoothing without getting your finger dirty. But my idea is I want this bead of sealant to be pretty down level, and a lot of you have probably worked out now why. For those of you that have been following this build in my channel, you know that I've got a special grate to go on here. And basically what I want is this sealant to just obviously keep it from sitting on the base here, keep it raised, and that way we'll get a much better water flow. That's not low that side, push it up a bit, flatten it off. Feels pretty straight and level that way and that way. And the idea is basically with the old fairy liquid, you just want to keep the silicone wet. As soon as it starts to dry out, it starts to stick to your fingers again. So just keep it wet. the old washing up liquid, and you can shape it as much as you like until it sets. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And that's pretty good. What's doing now is just straight off the inner edge. Bit of a slant. Just so no waste can get caught on there as well. Not that it would, because it's relatively smooth already. That's it. Now, I'll show you the reason why that bead is there. Is because this drain sits just inside there. Now, with that bead of silicone, as I say, it's going to now sit about a centimetre off the bottom, which will give a darn good pull through there and into the bottom drain. But this is 316 stainless steel. It's a bit green from when the pond filled with water. I never did give it a wipe. But yeah, that is all done. All the sealants are in. Now the sun's gone in. Yeah, now the sun's gone in, we might be able to see this a bit better. But you can see, got a really good. Can't really get because of the way the sun comes in towards me this way through the window, so you can't really see the seal that the window itself's made. But you can certainly see there's no big air bubbles in it. I think there's one little tiny air bubble just there. Yeah, you can kind of see it there if I put my reflection in the way. But that's about it really. That's one tiny little dot in the middle. Oh no, there's another little tiny, if I can get it to focus again. Yeah, there. But yeah, it's a pretty good seal. As you can see, that's all the way around. The window ledge is now all trimmed as well. Yeah, although I did miss a bit there, but that's going to have copings on the bottom anyway. But the side, look at that for a nice neat cut. Again, it's trying to focus on the wrong bit. There we go. Nice neat cut all the way up, and again it's the same on that side. Nice neat cut. No silicone on the window. The last thing I've got to do is, I don't know if you can see that here, but there's some sticky residue on the inside of the window in 4 places. Might be able to see this one better here. And that was this window I got from CWD Ponds. Window specialists, them guys, they fit windows every week for people, and I tell you what, Carl does an absolutely fantastic job. So if you want someone to fit your window for you, have a look at CWD Ponds. Carl sells the windows and fits them. So yeah, go check his website out. The link is in the description below. It's also CWD as well, where the MS300 came from. And if you haven't seen my video on MS300, I did a which way around? That way. I did a test video on sealants, testing MS300 against CT1, which was my old favourite. Being a handyman, I use it for guttering, I used it for repairing ponds for people, and it never let me down. But when I did the comparison test between this, that and HA6, another sort of pond and aquarium sealant, I was shocked by the results. I really was. I was expecting CT1 to walk it, and I'd have gone, sorry Carl, not as good as I thought, or as you thought it was going to be. But MS300 absolutely wiped the floor with CT1, it really did. So yeah, if you want to check out that video, I'll put it up here somewhere. But yeah, so I've just got to clean these stickers, sticky bits off the window. I'll see if this isopropyl alcohol will get that off. If not, I'm pretty sure a clean one of these will. That removes everything off everything. So I get that off, give the window a quick polish, and snap back to you. Satisfying. These big wipes, look at that. If it'll focus, there we go. No pressure at all, just gently wiping. As soon as the whatever liquid is on these things soaks in, it removes absolutely everything. Not a dicky bird. And then, can you see this one? Just here, look. Get a good view, there you go, you can see it at that angle. let it start soaking in, and voila, gone. Just got to mind the MS300 with this. I'm going to take that off. There's this bottom one there. There it comes. So yeah, that's all the sticky stuff off from all the stickers. There was one on each side. Just a heads up, Carl, them stickers you put on the windows, try and put it on the pallet or the cling wrap, because it really does leave a horrible sticky residue. For anyone that does have sticky residue on a glass, they're your big wipes. They literally remove anything. I even use them around the kitchen. But you've all seen me say about these before, but look, paint, adhesive, PU foam, silicone, gap fill, oil, grease. I never do any paint and decorating jobs without them. Even gets fresh paint out of carpet. Not that I'd spill paint on anyone's carpet, but you know, with them they'd never know if I did. But yeah, so everything's finished. The inlet's all done, the bottom drain's all done. Yeah, anyone that wants to know, I used 6.5 tubes of sealant to do what I've done, fitting the window the other day and finishing off today. So yeah, 6.5 tubes, that ain't too shabby. It's only a 90 by 90 window, so it's not massive. Well, it's 90 by 89.5, so it's half a mil off, half a centimetre off being 90 by 90. But yeah, really pleased with how it's gone. Apologies for the shoddy camera work today, but it is only a tiny pond, and not a lot of room to get tripods and things in here, and you've got ladders and other equipment in the way, and myself. I mean, I'm 6 foot. Well, I was 6'2" at one point. I think I'm shrinking. 6'2" with me hat on. But yeah. But yeah, no, really chuffed with it. For those of you that wanted to know, the window came from Carl at CWD. It was his stickers that got stuck to it. There's a link in the description. Absolutely fantastic service on windows, really are. Specialist fitters as well. He is, if you've not seen his YouTube videos, they've got a YouTube channel as well. I'll put that link down in the description as well. CWD Ponds. He's an absolute brilliant bloke when it comes to fitting the windows, and he offers that as a service as well as selling the windows. So if you're in the market for a window, at least get a quote from him down below. Even if you just want the window delivered, that's all I had. He delivered the window out to me. So yeah. The MS300 is also a product of Carl's as well. He had that manufactured, and again the link for that will be down in the description. And if you want to see how good that stuff is, I did a video on it. I tested it against CT1, HA6 and the MS300, and I honestly thought the CT1 was going to wipe the floor with MS300. And if you look at the points along the way about who won, MS300 wiped the floor with a pair of them. I mean, obviously CT1 wiped the floor with HA6, it really did. But MS300 was like the difference between CT1 and HA6. MS300 is just a whole nother level when it comes to pond builds. It really is. It sticks anything to anything, except for that woven liner stuff. Nothing sticks to that. If anyone can invent something that can seal that stuff, they'll be rich. Because a lot of the beginners and in-ground ponds and stuff use that woven liner stuff. It is fantastic product, that woven liner stuff, but if you need to cut it or stick anything to it, no. It's almost impossible to repair. If you get a puncture, then you can repair it for like 6 months, and then whatever you've stuck to it with, whatever you've got, just peels away. But yeah, so MS300, link in the description, fantastic product. I've still got 20 odd tubes left, so if anybody wants any, come see me. But yeah, no, really chuffed. So all I've got left to do now is fit the pipe work, and then I can get some water in, because the return has nothing on it at the minute, so all I'll be able to do is fill it up sort of 1.5 foot up to that point. So I need to get the pipe work done. Obviously I've got that bit of pipe going above me to the Tempest, and pretty nifty way of fitting that Tempest, thanks Mark. really impressed with how that went, and that was Mark at Japan Koi Imports idea. If you want to see how good the MS300 is, watch that video up there. If you want to see how to fit that Tempest, watch that video down there, because it was a real interesting and different way on how to fit a Tempest. And we'll catch you all on the next one.